up, guys? Today we're going to get into all the things that I've made for the month of March. If you're new here, welcome. I will preface by saying I'm a very slow crocheter, so my goal is always to get one-ish thing done per day. I also have market season. My market season is about to start, so I have a lot of things. I have a big list of things, but we'll get into that on a later video. I have market prep videos coming, and we're going to get into market prep things then. Today, it's show and tell today. So first, I wanted to start. If you know what this is all from Jade's newest little weighted buddy. I am obsessed. This is the cutest little thing, and she just came out with a brand new book. If you make plushies, you have to make these. You have to get this book. It is essential. It is so cute and so easy to make. I think maybe this took an hour and a half, and that's with having to go to where I have my weighted beads and to shove the little thing in, and my ADHD distractions. So cute. I used Posh yarn for this one, but definitely you need to make. I have to make all of them. This is the only one I've made so far. Like I said, I have markets coming up, so I'll definitely be making more, but I think later on I want to challenge myself to make all of them. I think I need to. And then what do we want to get? I'll go ahead and show you. So if you've seen any of my other videos, some of these things will look familiar. So I did a challenge where I tried to see how many, these are not anchors, these are drifts by the Crochet Carpenter. And as always, all the designers will be linked. Some of these patterns I make, so of course those won't be on there, but Crochet Carpenter, he just came out with a smaller version of this called Rift, which is very cute. So if you need it to be a little bit small, if you'd rather it be a little bit smaller, these are done with, this one is done with Burnette Blanket, and then these ones are done, these ones are done with Premier Basics. So I made 5 of them. And I can, if you want to see that video, I can link that video. And Spock is trying to get away from me. So I do have Comicon, GalaxyCon coming up. So I make fan art characters. There's been a lot of controversy on some of these characters that I've made. So we're just going to show you my inspirational dolls. That's what my husband tells me to call them. Inspiration. I have another one that goes with him. They're cute. These are my favorite things. If there was enough Comicons in my area to only do Comicons, I would only do Comicons. I made some mermaids. These are also in Posh. I made mermaids. These are Mama Stitch Eddie's mermaids. Yeah, get your hair out of your face. Of course, when you're making a mermaid, you have to make it with the green tail and the red hair. But I wanted this one to be slightly different. Her pattern says you can put it up into a pigtail, but once I got all the hair done and I did this, I was like, look at how cute she is just with like the hair and her face. So that's the way she ended up. Do we want to stick to characters or other things? Because I have other things. I did make a fuzzy bee. I am definitely going to make more and more and more of these. It's made with all from Feels Like Bliss. Excuse me. Feels Like Bliss. It's not quite as soft as I expected it to be, but it is pretty soft, and the effect is really cool. So I want to make a bunch of these for my market and see how these sell. I went to Michael's when we went out of town, because my Michael's is very small and the yarn section is growing, but not as much as I'd like it to. But we went out of town and we went to St. Louis, and theirs was bigger. So we went in there and I bought a bunch of yarn on vacation. That's fun. But they had Feels Like Bliss. So I made it so I've seen people make the fuzzy bees, and I just wanted to make a fuzzy bee. And so I'll definitely be making a bunch. Bees are always a big seller, especially during spring. And then I'm going to move right along, try not to ramble so much today. I made, this is Mama Made Minis, one of their little weighted ones. It doesn't have to be weighted if you don't want it to. So I made this for one of my friends. Her daughter is about to have a baby. And so I showed her all the different versions of this bear, and she wanted it so that it was weighted, but not too weighted, because she didn't like the empty one. So I made this for her. It's so cute. So normally when I make them, this is full. And so after I made it, I was like, oh, this is definitely, I have been overfilling those a lot, because you can see there's room to squish and play, but still heavy enough for a little kid to run around. The baby isn't due until June, I think. But I went ahead and busted him out real quick. Mama Made Minis is another one of those where all the little patterns and all the little loveys, I just want to make all of them eventually. So that might be a video. Let me see how long it takes me to make all of these. And then, so I make pickles. I make big pickles, by, I want to say Joanna Garomi. But they're big pickles. And everybody's always asking me for a smaller pickle. So All From Jade had smaller pickles, and so I tested it out. This is Parfait Chunky. And so I tested it out, and I think it's going to be the perfect size. So I'm going to make a bunch more of these. It's on my list. I have a list to make a bunch more of these. The fuzzy bees, the things. If I end up with some time, a few more of the weighted buddies by All From Jade. But I definitely want to make more of these small pickles. And then, so like, when I do things for my markets, I like to make things in normal size and then have like, oh, that's crazy, like little ducks and then a big duck for no reason at all. But it draws attention. So I'm going to switch my bucket of pickles to a small bucket of pickles, and then you can have, but you can get a big pickle if you really want. So moving right along, trying to keep myself from rambling, but I want to be able to talk to you guys more. It's a goal of mine. Of course, Loaf cats are always on the list. I tried to make this one inspired by a certain tiger. If you know, you know. He's really hard to get right. But then I just made a black one, and I made an orange one. These are made with the mystical, so like you can see the color shifts in it, and I really like, oh, this one's made with the mystical too, the color shift. I bought that one specifically to do that cat, but I really like the mystical for like the cats and the loveys. It's super, 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 super soft, and I keep forgetting I have a microphone, and I apologize for that. Put those back in my bucket, and then I'll go through the rest of my characters. I make slashers and horror guys, so I have a couple of these, but they always sell. And then of course you have to have this guy. This is all I use cotton yarn for this, for these guys, and then I try not to. I guess if I get shut down, I get shut down. Batman, Spider-Man, art, and then you gotta make sure you've got all the Justice League. And these are this body type I make. So this is my I'm trying to get more into anime. So his little detail on his jacket was really hard to do. It took some time. Usually the little jacket. So this same jacket, they got the same jacket on. This took like 20 minutes, and this took over an hour because there are so many color changes, and it was crazy. But like I always say, I'm shooting for inspiration, not exact copies. But like I gotta, when it comes to things like this, I don't watch anime, so I have to refer to the teenagers in the house. Are these colors right? It goes the same with these characters over here that I'm going to get into that shall not be named, just in case I get in trouble. And I make these. Mikey sells faster than everybody else. And this is, I have altered 53 stitches. They're no-sew ones. And I've just altered it so it's got the little band. That's all, and no tail. You go to her blog, they're free on her blog. But Mikey is, I always sell more of him than anything else, than any of the other characters. I've never sold a complete set at once, which is a little weird to me, but and then I occasionally will make these dress-up animals. So the pattern here comes with an elephant, a bear, a deer, a dog. I feel like there's another one. But then she has these outfits that can be changed. So this is, of course, a wizard robe. I haven't done the scarf yet, but every time I make one of the pink elephants, the pink elephant always sells. So I'll handmade. I always feel like I'm going to, some of these designer names, I don't want to mess them up. So, but it'll be linked in the description if you want to make one. These turn out bigger than even the pattern, because the pattern calls for finger weight and a very small hook, and the smallest hook I use is a 3.75. And I do that with all my cotton yarn that I do. So this guy takes quite a bit of not only yarn but time for me. And like I said, I am a slow crocheter, so like 2 days for just the elephant, a day and a half for the robe, and it's like I built it up so I have a bear and a bunny. I put, so she's got a Jason mask and stuff for one of her outfits, and I've put the Jason mask on several of the other animals, including the elephant here. And when I put it on the bunny, it just sells. Sorry about that. And then I got two more. These, I saved these for last because these are the I attempted Totodile. The base pattern for this is 53 stitches, and then I alter it for the different types of Pokemon. And then my big guy right here, he always sells. And I love him so much. He's one of my favorites that I make. So yeah, we've got just a quick little video to hang out, show you what I've made. I'm a very slow crocheter. So like I said, I only had, today's the 26th? I only have 25 things to show you. So, I'm working on it. I'm going to do, after my 2 big markets, I'll have to restock. So I am going to make a bunch of those quick makes that I can make like 3 or 4 in a day. And then get back into rebuilding my characters and stuff like that, because GalaxyCon will wipe out my characters. I need to get real deep into that here in a minute. And so we're just chucking along, making all of our stuff. We've got market prep coming, and cause I have my first market is at the beginning of May. So I have right at about 4 weeks. So there's going to be some market prep videos coming, show you some of my behind the scenes. I don't know, we'll see. I'm still learning this process and what I need to show you. So if there's something on my market prep process that you'd like to see, by all means, put it in the comments. And that's all for today. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit subscribe. We'll see you next time. Bye.